and welcome to BBC's School Report. My name is Alex and today we are going to be looking at mental health and the effect it has on students in secondary schools when they are working. 1 in 10 children are affected by mental health, making it one of the biggest health conditions in the UK. We now go to Mr. Baker, who is in charge of mindfulness and introducing one-to-one sessions with people with mental health at the school. Over to you, Mr. Baker. What is mindfulness?
Mindfulness is sort of a state of mind of being centred, relaxed and really trying to calm your mind.
So why is it important?
Just doing a session of mindfulness with some of the students, you can visibly see how they've gone into the room. They're very jumpy, bouncy, agitated, some might say anxious. And then after, they've calmed, they're relaxed, they're centred. And if just one of them could take a little bit of that away and apply it to their day-to-day life, that would be brilliant.
How do you actually help them?
On top of just offering general support and someone to talk to, I'll sit them down and we'll go through breathing exercises. I'll talk to them about their mindset and, for example, I'll challenge them to try to count to 10 without thinking about anything else. And once they've counted to 10, they need to try to get to 20. And the problem is if you think of anything else, you have to start again.
So what is your ambition for the future in mental health?
I think as much as anything it's about arming people to help themselves. So I think the programme at Ravenswood is becoming very successful, and I think if that could become a long-lasting thing that is established for many years, that's success in itself.
Thank you, Mr. Baker, for telling us how to treat mental health with mindfulness. We now go to Miss Prescott, who is part of the safeguarding team at Ravenswood School.
I think it's really important to spread awareness of mental health issues with young people. Stats tell us that 75% of mental illness takes place before a child's 18th birthday, and on average in a class of 30 students in secondary school, 3 of them have some kind of mental health illness. And it's also been found that 10% of 15 to 16-year-olds have been diagnosed with a mental health problem. So it's really clear that it's on the rise. It can be very limiting on a child's success at school if it's not dealt with in the right way. And the more awareness we have, the more likely students will make the progress that they should make while at school. So I'm trained as a safeguarding officer at Ravenswood, and therefore over the years I've dealt with countless students with mental health issues, and I know exactly what to do. However, on a personal level, in my opinion, safeguarding and looking after somebody with a mental health concern is very much common sense. It's about being kind and caring and listening more than anything else to what somebody has to say, not necessarily giving advice, but being somebody they can go to and talk to, and then making a decision of what the next steps are. At some point in our lives, whether it's at school or in our jobs in the future, we will encounter somebody with a mental health concern, and therefore if we can communicate and respond to them in an appropriate way, then surely that's great for the person that has a mental health concern, and good for the place that we're in, whether it's school or a business. We also deliver weekly assemblies to students, and they're themed, and there's at least one assembly per term that is focused on mental health, self-esteem, growth mindset, to encourage students to be as positive as they can. For sixth form, we've had the Samaritans in to talk about more serious aspects of mental health, and we also deliver information to parents at parents' evenings and send information home. I think the most important step forward is teaching young people to become more resilient, so that if they do have a problem with their mental health, they can take steps themselves to get better, so that eventually less support is required because they can find the solution themselves.
Thank you, Miss Prescott. That's it from Ravenswood this year. See you next year in 2019. Goodbye.